It shouldn't surprise us that our brain is changed by what we do with it and to it. Every organ in the body is affected in similar ways. Sun exposure changes the skin. Physical exercise, or the lack of it, changes muscles and bones. There are also shorter-term risks. Under the influence of a substance like drugs or alcohol, our inhibitions drop and we are more impulsive. We may make decisions we wouldn't normally make, decisions that can be embarrassing in the short term, like doing or saying something that we regret. These situations can also be put up online if photographed or filmed and be seen by friends and family. Impulsive and impaired decision-making can result in physical injuries. These may be cuts and bruises, but they can also be the cause of much more serious outcomes, like bone fractures, head injuries, and even death. About 1/3 of young men who die of falls or drownings are drunk at the time. It also leads to risky sexual activity, and it may also lead to getting sexually transmitted infections, STIs, or an unplanned pregnancy. While under the influence of a substance, we are less able to spot hazards around us. This includes, for example, people who are aggressive and violent around us, and as a result, the increased likelihood of being the victim of an assault. Many people take substances in the hope that it will improve their mood, expecting that it will make a good mood better or help them forget unpleasant feelings. The reality is that substances can cause people to feel a range of different emotions, and even from one occasion to the next in the same person. When young people use alcohol or drugs as a method of managing distressing emotions, such as anxiety, sadness, or frustration, this lessens their ability to learn more effective coping strategies to deal with the tough times that life brings. Some young people experience greater levels of distress or trauma more than others, based on their family or local environment. This can lead to people blocking out the pain with alcohol or drugs, but the use of these substances only makes things much worse. Intoxication can bring on unpleasant emotions, anger or sadness or anxiety. If a person becomes very sad while intoxicated and impulsive, it can lead to self-harming or possibly even suicidal behavior. As humans, we are born with the natural ability to enjoy ourselves with friends. But when hanging out with friends is taken over by alcohol or drugs, we can lose our ability to enjoy ourselves without it. There is the financial cost of using drugs and alcohol. Depending on the substance and how often drugs or alcohol are used, the cost can be significant. This can leave a person with less money for everything else in their lives. Engaging in long-term substance abuse often leaves us open to a range of medical problems later in adulthood. For example, there is a risk of liver disease and certain cancers developing as a result of drinking alcohol. In addition, damage to a person's urinary tract or liver can happen as a result of taking drugs. In life, we all experience ups and downs. The short-term use of drugs can give us an immediate high, but the effect afterwards, or the next day, can be much greater, leaving you feeling a range of unpleasant emotions, anger, sadness, or anxiety. Long-term substance use makes the highs even shorter and harder to achieve, and the lows deeper and longer. Maintaining your brain's balance and keeping it healthy helps us to deal with the highs and lows of life. Upsetting that balance can affect us in ways we may never even think of. It is what makes you the person you are. It's the most important tool you have in life. Making time each day to connect with your family and friends when you are upset about something, or trying to find someone you trust to talk to about how you feel, can give you the strength you need to tackle life's challenges, and to recognize that we are all unique, special, and lovable people who do not need to use drugs or alcohol to enjoy ourselves. If you, your friends, or your family are having trouble with drugs or alcohol, please get in touch with support services. There is help.